Welcome to Vital Life Stories. Today we share a tale of a humble boy whose heart was richer than any kingdom. Amidst a raging storm that shook the heavens, a poor farmer and his wife heard a faint cry piercing the thunder. They discovered a shivering infant abandoned in the rain, wrapping him in their only dry cloth with trembling, gentle hands. Though they had very little to share, they adopted the child as their own, naming him with love and hope. Years passed quickly, and the boy grew into a strong young man, his hands skilled and his spirit incredibly gentle. His hard work blessed their small farm with lush crops, green and vibrant, while others struggled with their dry land. But success often breeds bitter envy, and the villagers looked upon his thriving fields with eyes full of dark jealousy. In the cover of night, they broke his tools and trampled his precious plants, trying to destroy his honest labor. Instead of anger, the young man gazed at the destruction with sadness, choosing silence over the noise of rightful revenge. He repaired his broken tools and replanted the seeds, greeting his neighbors with a smile, despite knowing what they did. Then a terrible natural disaster struck the region, wiping out the harvest and leaving the entire village in desperate hunger. Families cried out in despair as their food supplies vanished, and the shadow of starvation loomed over every small home. The young man, however, had saved enough grain from his previous labors, possessing the only food left in the valley. He did not hoard his treasure, but began to cook large pots of warm porridge while the village slept soundly. Under the moonlight, he quietly placed bowls of food at every doorstep, ensuring no one would know who saved them. Morning after morning, the villagers awoke to find sustenance, confused by this invisible guardian who fed them in their darkest hour. His secret kindness allowed the community to survive the famine, turning their hearts from bitterness to wonder and deep gratitude. Slowly, the land recovered, and the people regained their strength, never suspecting the boy they mocked was their silent savior. One fateful day, the royal army marched into the village, their armor gleaming, searching for a lost heir to the throne. The soldiers inspected every young man, looking for a specific sign that would identify the prince lost many years ago. When they saw the birthmark on the farmer's son, the general knelt immediately, recognizing the future king of their land. The villagers watched in absolute terror and shock, realizing they had tormented a prince who held the power of life. With tears in his eyes, the prince hugged his adoptive parents, thanking them for the love that shaped his soul. He was whisked away to the grand palace, where the king waited to reunite with the son he thought died. Upon hearing how the villagers mistreated the prince, the king was furious and ordered severe punishment for their cruel behavior. The prince fell to his knees, pleading with his father to spare them, showing a mercy that stunned the court. He spoke softly, saying if he could forgive them when he was vulnerable, surely the king could forgive them now. Moved by his son's wisdom and compassion, the king withdrew his order, allowing the villagers to live in peace. The prince taught the kingdom that true power lies not in vengeance, but in the strength to forgive and love. Thank you for watching Vital Life Stories. May you always choose kindness over anger. Please subscribe for more inspiring tales.